Okay, we've got our Zeus connected. It is a Bluetooth dongle to the data communication link. We are on the home page of the Snap-on Zeus diagnostic platform. We've already linked up and identified it as a 2014 Jeep Wrangler. We're going to go into Engine. We're going to look at data PIDs that are related to the MDS system. Remember, this Jeep doesn't actually have MDS, it just has all the software. Now, Chrysler's really good about bidirectional testing on the engines that actually have MDS hardware. All of the software and all the data PIDs we're going to see on this Jeep, many customers of Jeeps think that they have MDS, they do not. So we're going to concern ourselves with the different software PIDs that we should take note of when we have a MDS cylinder management problem. So looking through here, we can see an important one that has to do with MDS is the APP 2 volts. The pedal position sensor is the information that goes to the computer on driver demand. It's going to have two inputs to the computer, APP1 and APP2, so there's a redundant backup. If one fails, the computer can look at 2 as a backup because we don't physically have a cable to the throttle. We want to make sure that there's some backup information. So there's APP2 and then later we'll see an APP1. We may either see the pedal position in a voltage or in a percentage. We have several PIDs on this particular page on the Zeus that we want to concern ourselves with in regards to MDS. Notice that we have the injector pulse width in microseconds for cylinder 2, 4, and 6 on the left-hand side and 1, 3, and 5 on the right-hand side. If you are in cylinder management, MDS, you're going to see that injector pulse width go to 0 on the 3 cylinders that it would turn down. In the case of a Hemi with a V8, there would be 4 cylinders. So that's pertinent information to confirm that the computer is turning off the injectors when it's deactivating the cylinders. Now, when it deactivates the cylinders, we're drive-by-wire electronic throttle, it's going to open the throttle. When it opens the throttle to improve pumping losses and dynamic engine efficiency, you should also see a change in your map sensor voltage and your map sensor value, which here it's provided in grams or actually in inches of mercury. Below that is your calculated mass airflow rate. Chrysler's your speed density. They measure airflow by knowing the engine size, the manifold pressure, the RPM, the throttle angle, and intake air temperature. So all of that is calculated in it, but you should see the overall mass airflow rate change, and you should see map sensor, whether you're looking at it in the raw voltage or you're looking at it in inches of mercury. Remember, oil pressure would be an important one. If it's not activating, there has to be a certain oil pressure, typically around 20 psi, to even dislodge the locking pin on the lifter to go into cylinder deactivation.